I have finished day 4, and well, that was pretty wild. The Szeth being pulled into Shadesmar for a duel is very anime. Like, he's just hanging out with Kaladin, and then he blinks and opens his eyes and is like, "Oh, well, that's not good." And the Elsecaller dude is just like sitting there, be like, "Ah, I was wondering when you'd get here." And then it becomes this whole fight. And then the Edge Dancer showed up as well, so it's 2-on-1, which is, not fair. But Szeth still handled it. The fact that Nightblood was, like, in the ocean of beads somewhere, and he's like, "Hey, use me. And I was like, okay, let's see what he's like in Shadesmar. And Nightblood perceives himself as this, like, golden sort of light. That checks out. That was badass. And then he kills the Edge Dancer, but then the Elsecaller is like, "Well, you couldn't get yourself out of this before, so I can't beat you." And then he just, like, lays on his own sword and kills himself, and then he thinks Szeth is going to be stuck there, and Szeth is like, "Please." Cuts the door open, walks out, and Kaladin's like, "Whoa, that was weird." That was pretty good. Although, his Spren, he was like, "Hey, I need a weapon, help me out," and he throws him a spoon, and Szeth is like, "What?" and just throws the spoon back at him and hits him in the head. But when he was done, he was like, "Hey, we're going to light weaving next, and by the way, I can see through you." What? I mean, the fact that he knows that his Spren, I guess, is lying to him and is, like, pretending to be, dumb to not help him? Like, I don't know what's going on with that, but and he was, like, surprisingly calm about it. And then I got some Adolin, and Yanagon's, like, advisor, Nora, doesn't like Adolin, and he's like, "You're a very bad influence on him. Please stop." And he's like, "What? The kid needs friends." And they're like, "Please. He's the Emperor." And Adolin, like, really tried to explain it, and come to find out she doesn't like Adolin because he walked away from the throne, and she thought he was going to convince Yanagon to walk away from the throne, which is so insane. Why would he do that? But, yeah, I love just how good Adolin is. He's like this kid that just needs friends. He goes, "All right, come on, let's go play with some shard play." And then he's like sticking up for him behind his back and just... You guys were right. Adolin just keeps getting better and better and better. And I love him so much. But now we got some interludes, and, day 4 is down. So we're 40% to the apocalypse, I guess. Oof.